Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the top contenders for the 2022 MotoGP World Championship. So guys, before I begin the video, I just want to let you know that yes, I have been uploading YouTube shorts on my channel. That is because the MotoGP season is over, so it is hard for me to make MotoGP news. So instead, I thought I could replace it with some shorts that I will be uploading on a daily basis. But long videos will also be there. At least one long video per week is what I'm going to make. So I'm going to stick to both the things, and I hope that you support me like you have been so far. So guys, without any further delay, let's get right into the video. So guys, as you know by now, Fabio Quartararo is your 2021 MotoGP World Champion. He has done the hard part, which is to win the MotoGP World Championship, but now he has to do the harder part, which is defend it. Defending the title is not going to be easy because there are some fierce competitors who want to win the title, and in this video, we are going to take a look at those guys. So guys, let's first begin with the Ducati boys. So like with the Ducati boys, let's begin with Pecco. So guys, Pecco Bagnaia has shown some serious and tremendous form in the second half of the season, and he has been very dominant. Pecco has come into his own and has shown a really high standard of racing, and he has finished the MotoGP World Championship overall in the second position, and he is a serious threat to the crown next year. Guys, Pecco Bagnaia's stats are 4 wins, 9 podiums with 252 points, and he is second in the World Championship, which means next year he's going to be a force to reckon with. So guys, not just Pecco, but his teammate Jack Miller as well. Miller has not had as good as a season as Pecco has had, but we know what Miller is capable of on board that Ducati. This was his first season, so we could let it slide, but definitely Miller is a championship contender. Jack Miller's numbers are 2 wins, 5 podiums with 151 points. So guys, Miller is a serious threat as well, and he will be challenging for the crown next season. So guys, from that, let's move to the next person, which is Fabio Quartararo's neighbor. Yes guys, by neighbor I mean the person on the right or left of his garage, which is none other than his teammate Franco Morbidelli. Morbidelli has been really good. We know how good he has ridden the 2-year-old satellite Yamaha, Petronas SRT Yamaha, which has earned him a spot at the factory Yamaha. If he was so good with machinery that was 2 years old, just imagine how good he is going to be with machinery that is the latest and the greatest. So guys, Franco is definitely going to challenge for the crown, and he is going to be superb on the Yamaha is what I feel. He has not been as good as he could be this season because after Vinales' exit when he was roped in, what had happened was he was nursing an injury. So I feel we haven't seen the best of him, but the best is yet to come. So guys, from that, let's move to the third one, which is the baby alien. If you're talking about the MotoGP World Championship and you're not talking about Marc Marquez, then it's literally going wrong. So guys, Marc Marquez will definitely be challenging for the MotoGP World Championship next year. Marquez got to winning ways this season with the German Grand Prix at Sachsenring, and since then he hasn't looked back. The Honda, yes, has been having some issues, but Marc Marquez knows how to ride the Honda very well, and I'm sure that he is going to challenge for the crown very fiercely. Marquez in this season has taken 3 wins, and he has shown that he can do something really spectacular, and all the others should beware, and I feel he's going to be a massive threat in the World Championship next season. So from that, let's move to Paul Espargaro. Yes guys, Marquez's teammate Paul Espargaro has not had a good season at all, but let's not forget he is still on the factory Honda. It is not easy to adapt to the factory Honda, as Marc Marquez might lead you to think, because he is someone who just completely adapts to it, but riders do take time to adapt to it. For example, we have Paul Espargaro as well as Lorenzo in the past who did take time to adapt to the Hondas. So guys, what I'm trying to say is Paul Espargaro, if he adapts to the Honda very well this season, could very well be in shot and could have a chance to win the World Championship next season. Paul has had just 1 podium this season. He has not lived up to the expectations, but that could certainly change on board the factory Honda. So guys, from that, let's move to the KTM boys. Let's begin with Miguel Oliveira. Guys, Miguel Oliveira's season was really interesting. He had a really good first half of the season, and we expected a lot from him in the second half. I even made a video on him and called him the dark horse of MotoGP, but that did not really turn out the way I expected it to actually turn out. Oliveira didn't do really good in the second half of the season, but let's not forget the factory KTM can come good at any moment in the next season, and Oliveira could rack up wins. KTM's hopes do rest on his shoulders, and with just one win in Catalonia this season, Oliveira will be hoping that he does much better and challenge for the crown in the 2022 World Championship. From that, let's move on to Brad Binder. Brad Binder is another person on which the hopes for the World Championship for KTM rest. Binder is a superb rider, as he has shown time and time again, but the KTM has to just support him a little much. I mean, the bike has to support him, and if the support is struck, Brad Binder can actually be really very good. Binder's achievements this season have been few, but how can we forget when he won a wet race on literally slick tires? That is something insane to do, and he has pulled it off. So guys, Brad Binder could also challenge for the World Championship next season, and I do see it happening. From that, let's move to the Suzuki boys, guys. First, let's begin with Joan Mir. Mir was your world champion in 2020, and he could not defend his title for the 2021 season, but that does not mean he did a bad job. Mir did race really good. He finished third overall in the World Championship. He didn't take any wins, but he had 6 podiums to his name, which shows how consistent he was and shows that he can be a threat for the title next year. The Suzuki may not be as good as some of the bikes, but if they can tweak something and find some advantage and be as competitive as the other bikes, I see them going really very far. Another person who could challenge for the title is Alex Rins. Alex Rins had a forgetful 2021 season, let's put that honestly. He had got into a bad habit of collecting DNFs one after the other, and we can see that from his stats. He has had 5 DNFs this season with just 1 podium, a forgetful season. But if Alex Rins comes back to the form that we know that he is capable of, and comes back to the form, the peak level form, we know how good he is, and we know that he can challenge for the crown. If you remember, guys, the Silverstone Grand Prix where he battled Marc Marquez till the very last moment and then snatched the win away from him, that is the Alex Rins that I'm talking about, which is a serious threat. And guys, if that Alex Rins comes back, we can really have another challenger for the MotoGP World Championship. So guys, that is it for this video. These are the people I think who are going to challenge fiercely for the 2022 MotoGP World Championship title. If you think I missed any names, please leave it down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. So guys, if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you dislike what you see, hit the dislike button twice. Also guys, I do make MotoGP content on a really regular basis, so please make sure you hit the subscribe button, ding the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.